Welcome to Future Business School's Book Bites. Today, we'll dive into The Omnivore's Dilemma by Michael Pollan. This thought-provoking book explores the complex food choices we face and the implications of our eating habits on health, environment, and society. Let's break down 20 key points to understand the critical takeaways and how they relate to our daily lives. What is the Omnivore's Dilemma?
The omnivore's dilemma refers to the confusing variety of food choices humans face. Unlike animals with more restricted diets, we can eat almost anything, which makes deciding what's best for our health and the environment quite challenging.
In today's world, this dilemma is even more prominent. For example, when you walk into a supermarket, you're bombarded with thousands of options, some healthy, some unhealthy, and some disguised as healthy. It can feel overwhelming to make the right choice.
Pollan discusses how the industrial food chain dominates modern diets. Much of what we eat is heavily processed and mass-produced, which can have serious consequences for our health and the environment.
Consider a typical fast food meal: hamburger, fries, and soda. While it's convenient and cheap, the journey that food took from factory farms to your plate has significant environmental and ethical consequences. Corn's dominance in our diets.
A striking revelation in the book is how much of our food is derived from corn. It's in everything, from sweeteners like high-fructose corn syrup to the feed for the animals we consume.
Think about the soda or chips you might snack on. They're filled with corn derivatives. Pollan shows that this over-reliance on corn is unsustainable and detrimental to our health and farming practices.
One of Pollan's main points is that the true cost of cheap food isn't reflected in its price tag. The hidden costs include environmental degradation, health problems, and unethical labor practices in industrial farming.
Next time you pick up a fast food meal for just a few dollars, consider the broader impact. That low price often comes at the expense of the environment, workers, and your long-term health. Pollan explores organic farming as an alternative to industrial agriculture. Organic practices avoid harmful chemicals, pesticides, and synthetic fertilizers, leading to healthier food and more sustainable farming.
Imagine visiting a local farmer's market and buying produce directly from the farmer. That connection to your food source, along with the knowledge that it's grown without harmful chemicals, makes organic food a healthier choice for both you and the planet. However, Pollan also warns about the industrial organic paradox, where organic farming practices are scaled up to meet mass production demands. This often leads to compromises that undermine the true benefits of organic farming.
Even when you buy organic products from big supermarkets, you're often still supporting industrial agriculture, with many of the same environmental costs and reduced nutritional value. Pollan introduces the concept of the pastoral food chain, where animals are raised on small, sustainable farms. This system is more aligned with nature, promoting biodiversity and better animal welfare.
For example, if you buy meat from a local pasture-raised farm, you're supporting a more humane and environmentally friendly food system compared to factory farming. Pollan discusses the significant differences between grass-fed and grain-fed animals. Grass-fed animals are healthier for both the environment and consumers, while grain-fed animals often suffer health issues and require antibiotics.
When you choose grass-fed beef, you're opting for a more sustainable and humane option, which is also healthier for you, containing more nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids. Pollan advocates for the local food movement, encouraging people to eat food that's grown close to home. This reduces the carbon footprint of transportation and supports local economies.
Consider how much energy it takes to transport avocados or strawberries from across the world to your grocery store. By shopping at a local farmer's market, you're supporting your community and reducing your environmental impact. A key message in Pollan's book is the importance of eating with awareness. He encourages us to think about where our food comes from, how it was produced, and its impact on our bodies and the planet.
Next time you sit down for a meal, take a moment to consider its origins. Whether it's a salad or a sandwich, knowing the story behind your food can make you more mindful of what you're eating. Pollan highlights the disconnect between industrial food production and nutrition. Many processed foods are high in calories but low in essential nutrients, contributing to widespread health issues like obesity and diabetes.
Take a simple granola bar, for example. It might look healthy, but many of them are packed with sugar and preservatives. Reading labels and understanding what's truly in your food can help you make better nutritional choices. Ethical eating is another important theme in the book. Pollan encourages us to consider the ethical implications of our food choices, from animal welfare to labor practices.
For example, choosing cage-free eggs or sustainably sourced seafood can make a positive impact on both animal welfare and environmental conservation. Pollan supports the slow food movement, which promotes taking the time to prepare and enjoy meals as opposed to the fast food culture of convenience. This helps us build a deeper connection to our food and appreciate its value.
In real life, this might mean setting aside time on weekends to cook a meal from scratch, savoring the flavors, and understanding the effort that went into creating that dish. The book emphasizes the importance of sustainable farming practices that work with nature rather than against it. Sustainable farms maintain soil health, conserve water, and minimize pollution.
When you support sustainable farming by buying products from such farms, you're helping to preserve the environment for future generations while also consuming healthier food. Pollan warns that the convenience of processed foods often comes at a high cost, both in terms of our health and the environment. These foods are often low in nutritional value and contribute to environmental damage through packaging and transportation.
Think about the amount of plastic waste generated by pre-packaged meals and snacks. By opting for whole, unpackaged foods, you can reduce your environmental footprint while improving your diet. Pollan offers some simple eating rules. Eat food, not too much, mostly plants. This means focusing on real whole foods, moderating your portions, and prioritizing plant-based meals.
In real life, this might translate into making vegetables the star of your meals, with meat or grains as a side dish rather than the main event. Pollan emphasizes the power of cooking at home as a way to take control of your diet. By preparing your own meals, you know exactly what ingredients you're using and can make healthier choices.
In today's busy world, it might seem easier to order takeout, but even preparing simple meals at home can drastically improve your health and save money. Pollan discusses the growing disconnect between consumers and the origins of their food. Many people don't know where their food comes from or how it's produced, leading to a lack of awareness about its impact.
For instance, many of us buy meat in neat packages without thinking about the farming practices behind it. Visiting local farms or reading about how your food is produced can bridge this gap. Pollan critiques government food policies that subsidize unhealthy foods like corn and soy, which dominate processed foods. These subsidies make unhealthy food cheaper and more accessible than nutritious whole foods.
As consumers, we can influence food policies by supporting local and organic farmers, advocating for food transparency, and voting with our dollars for healthier, more sustainable options. Ultimately, the Omnivore's dilemma empowers readers to take control of their food choices. Pollan urges us to be mindful, informed consumers who prioritize health, sustainability, and ethical considerations in our diets.
By being aware of the food chains that support our diets, we can make choices that are not only good for our health, but also for the planet and future generations. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the Omnivore's Dilemma by Michael Pollan. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Future Business School's Book Bites. Let's all strive for more mindful, ethical, and sustainable food choices.